Yo, ain't that cowboy dude right there?
Yeah, man. He's just wearing underwear. It's like 20 degrees out here. Oh, but check out the crowd that's around him.
Yeah, I know. Yo, check out the women. But wait. Who's that? Yo, ain't that your girl right there?
Wait a minute. Where?
Right there, taking a picture with her. And yo, check out where her hands are at. Yo, she's grabbing his butt.
What?
Naked Cowboy.
I'm doing what a wild boy would do, something like that.
Right. Just the kind of thing a wild white boy redneck would do.
When we first started working with him, he was hardly even able to sing in tune. Then we started getting him. He was doing harmonies. His stuff was on point. His voice was getting better.
So dedicated.
And he would always just focus. He would just focus on what the task that needed to be done until it was accomplished. Period.
I was walking to work, and I saw the Naked Cowboy outside, and Lee actually was with me that day, and we took a picture. And I started thinking about it, and another day I went back, a few days later, and I took my business card and I stuck it in his guitar. Now, I was looking around for some place to put money or whatever, because I saw everybody coming around and taking pictures. That was on a Thursday or a Friday. On a Monday morning, I came into work and I found a postcard from the Naked Cowboy, and it had his telephone number on it. So I just picked up the phone and I dialed the number, and I got him. And I says, I'm Kathy, and I own a recording studio, and do you really play the guitar, and would you like to come in? And I have an idea if you could come in and do an autograph session. He was like the sweetest thing on the face of this earth, and he says, sure, I'll come up. And I says, okay. And he says, where's your place? And I told him the address. And he said, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Well, of course you don't believe when somebody says that. Well, it was the truth. 5 minutes later, the doorbell rings, and standing before me was the Naked Cowboy. And I introduced him to Lee. 4 hours, the two of them spent in here with Naked Cowboy just playing and strumming on his guitar. And when he left, it ended up that Lee says, Kathy, he's got talent.
Right.
Again, I think the whole thing is the fact that it seems like this guy's 35 years old in his underwear, and he's so serious.
Right.
And there's almost good enough to be something, but it's just not there.
The problem is that we're missing a line.
I get a call from Kathy.
Yeah.
And she had asked me, have you ever heard of the Naked Cowboy? I said, yeah. She said, well, he's here, and he wants to meet you. I'm like, all right. And so I came to Jambox, and he was just a person that I have never met in my life, really. I mean, he's definitely a one-of-a-kind. At the time, though, I was moving to San Diego, California. So I had everything in boxes. I was ready to go in about a week. And, this project that we got into, just, I felt it was more important than my move. And so we just started working with him. I've been working with him for about now 2 years. And what I can say is that he's probably the most reliable, motivational, professional person I've ever met. Definitely somebody you can count on, rely on. Super creative and a marketing genius.
We've become like almost a place that historical things have happened. And right now, one of the latest things that's going to end up to be a historical thing is the transition of Naked Cowboy being a New York icon to being a bona fide music star.
Well, I started off Cincinnati, playing a song or two. All my kids cut early and I didn't know what to do. So I hitched the plane in his beat, in and
kind of thought it was a joke. It's going to be a joke. It's a little, crazy little novelty. The thing is that Naked Cowboy, Robert is very full. He's a very explosive person. He has a very explosive personality.
Let's go.
I know you like greater engineer and stuff, man. Guy,
Yo.
you do the vocals.
All right.
Yeah. That hurt. You said you wanted it raw and edgy.
Do you mind if I grab your guitar and just work on some ideas while you're doing this?
You can have it. Take the underwear. They're size 30.
And he's very intense. And that intensity, so I was like, if we could capture that intensity in the music and in his songs, it's going to be incredible. And it's also going to be timeless. It doesn't lend itself to any particular genre of music or any time frame of music. It's just some good, hard-ass kicking music, that you're going to either love it or hate it, but you'll probably love it. So that's what we went for, and he was able to come to the plate every time, because I know he wasn't really, he was like, oh, well, I never did this before, but, he sat down, he wrote the songs, he wrote out lyrics with us, he got on it, it's like, well, because it takes a little while to form a real direction, for an artist that's known for something else besides music. How do you transition this artist that's known for something else into something that people that are in the music industry will take seriously? So we had to figure out a direction to make that work. So it took a little time. However, G-Man had a friend, and the friend happened to know the head of Universal Records, Avery Lipton. So before you knew it, 2 weeks after we started, guy comes to me and is like, "Hey Lee, we got an interview with Avery Lipman." Who's Avery Lipman? I don't know. He's some guy at Universal Records. I think he's a CEO. Let's look him up. We look him up. Sure enough, CEO, Universal Records, Avery Lipman. So jump a little way further. We are in his office with two really half-ass fossils of songs to play, and Naked Cowboy and Avery Lipman. And and we're like, okay, what's going to happen here? And Naked Cowboy, you don't really know what to expect from him in an interview. So basically, he tells Avery Lipman that, he is the king, not Avery, Naked Cowboy, is the king of all he surveys, that the universe was created to do, Naked Cowboy, and that the making of this album and him becoming a musician is a godsend to not only him, Universal Records, but to the earth, the planet, and the universe as a whole. So he has the option, Avery Lipman has the option to be a part of this natural transgression of destiny. He has the part to be a part of it. He has a chance and the opportunity to be a part of it right now. And if he turns his back on it, then he's making a huge mistake, because it's something that is just the natural order of destiny anyway.